Good afternoon, lifestyle champions, as I love to call us. I'm so delighted to welcome us to the maiden meeting for LCI this year, the maiden BYC, that Boost Your Confidence session that we hold on a monthly basis. By way of reminder, the Boost Your Confidence session is held every month in order to encourage us to make changes in our lifestyle, to make a positive change. You know, I've discovered that many times when you make a lifestyle change, a lot of people tend to relapse. So we want to see how we can help people to maintain that positive lifestyle change. And if at all you haven't started the change, then you can also be inspired to start that change. So Lifestyle Champions is committed to raising a group of like-minded individuals who are passionate about making healthy lifestyle choices. That's just the main thing. Healthy lifestyle choices every day. Choices that are healthy and sustainable. Because like I usually say, there are some things that fail because they are not sustainable. But when we're talking about healthy lifestyle choices, it's based on scientific evidence. There's data to show that this works. And once you start trying some of those changes, you discover that this does work. And that further inspires you to continue with the change or with the choice that you have made. And then listening to other people's stories also has a way of inspiring you. When I listen to the stories of my patients or people or clients or friends or family members who have made certain choices and they come back to tell me that this helped me, this worked for me. I read your article, and because I read that article, I've been able to make this change and it has helped me. It's always very heartwarming for me, and it's something I want to keep on encouraging people to do. A positive lifestyle change can affect every part of your life. You can make a change in your exercise or your movements, what you do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to physical activity. You can make a change in your diet. You can make a change in your relationships. You can decide to love more. You can decide to forgive. There are so many things that you can do, that will help you to live a better life, what we call a better quality of life. So it's my pleasure to welcome every one of us to this meeting for the year, and I know that we're going to have a wonderful discussion. So just get your questions ready, because I know that some of us are going to be having questions at the end of this session. A warm welcome to those who are just joining us. If you are just joining us, this is Lifestyle Champions International. We are holding our maiden edition of Boost Your Confidence for the year 2021. So in our midst today, we have a very special person, and he's going to be telling us more about himself. I will call on Mrs. Orekolade to read out his bio, something short about him, but definitely he's going to tell us much more about himself. Mrs. Orekolade.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So I've been asked to introduce our special guest this evening. So his name is Pastor Biodun Badebo, and he's married happily with 2 kids. He studied urban and regional studies at the Federal Polytechnic Kilaru, and also human resources management at Unilag. And he's also a member of the National Institute of Management and an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. He's a Christian. He's the church administrator for CASON. And he's now the executive head of the Service Support Group in CLAM. So we warmly welcome him, even as he comes to tell us more about the changes that he has made to his lifestyle. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Kolade, for that introduction. So without wasting much time, I'm going to invite Mr. Gbadebo or Pastor Gbadebo to share his story with us. He will just share a brief story with us, and then we're going to ask him some questions about some of those changes that he made. Pastor Gbadebo, glad to have you. Thank you for being in the house tonight.
Good afternoon, ma.
You're welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year. We're so eager to hear from you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I prefer to be called Biodun Gbadebo, so I'm a career staff in CLAM.
Okay.
I'm not a pastor by duty. Yeah. So I want to thank you for the good work you are doing and your team. I want to thank you for the opportunity given to me to come and share some of my experience. I want to thank you because this experience is incomplete without God and your efforts you made on me. So it's my prayer that the testimony shall be permanent in Jesus' name. So number one, I want to start from what prompted me to talk to Dr. Makinde in the first instance. I have been reading your articles on Podium about sleep deprivation, on rest, on how music or sound can affect someone's sleep and hit someone's sleep. I've been reading about it, but there was a time that I was sick. The nature of the sickness was not known to me, but what I got to know was that my BP was extremely high. I was having sleepless nights to the extent that I started using Lexington. I graduated from using from 1.5 to 3 mg. Despite that, I still find it difficult to sleep. That prompted me to call you for a medical treatment for advice. But you told me that instead of going for a medical treatment, that you will put me through a 3 months challenge course. I don't know how I can call it, challenge course, which I faithfully did. But I want to thank God that today, before I used to have sleepless nights. Today at times I won't sleep at all. And if I want to sleep, I'm not able to sleep for more than 2 or 3 hours at most. To the extent that my tummy was becoming something else at this my age. And that time I was coughing seriously, and my weight then was getting close to 100 kg. So, but when I met you, you told me some things that as you gave me advice on to change my diet, that I should stop eating meat and also fried items, fried food, which I stopped. You told the most difficult thing that you told me to stop was taking any carbonated drinks for 3 months, which God helped me to stop that time for 3 months. Up to now, I can tell you for the almost 6 months now, I've not taken carbonated drinks more than twice. I can tell you that God has really helped. And those 2 occasions were during our old school program. I didn't take more than a cup. So I'm in love with water now. I'm in love with water. So I take water regularly. And you told me also to about eating rice, that it's better to me to be taking on further. Even bread, that's better to be taken with bread. I can tell you that before I can't do without taking a bread daily. But today I can do 2 weeks or 3 weeks without taking bread. And I've developed interest in, even if I want to take bread, develop interest in taking wheat bread. So I've changed even the portion of food I eat, even before, I can eat 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night. But now, immediately it's after 6. When I get to, if I want to take anything, I will take fruit or vegetable or vegetable. So, and you told me the kind of fruits I should be taking and everything, which I've been doing. But now I take vegetables more than before. So about exercise, I was not religious about doing exercise, but you told me to start with 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Today, I can walk for 45 minutes, 1 hour. It was a deliberate action. It was a deliberate action that I did. So I make it what? Whether it's deliberate, whether it is convenient for me or not convenient for me, I know that I must do something. I bought a wristwatch online that can help me that will make me to monitor the number of steps I take, the number of calories that I burnt, and the number of hours I spent working. So, but during the Christmas and New Year period, I was not faithful with it, to be honest, because of the lot of church activities and some other activities. But I can tell you that I'm back to the exercise now. So even in the morning, I try to do some press up to make sure that I keep my body fit. So I've changed my weight. Before, when you told me to check my weight, was 93, but after a month, I discovered that I lost 10 kg. 10 kg. So people started giving me a positive remarks that my tummy is not big again. My tummy is not this again. It's because I've stopped eating late food. Unlike before, as I'm sitting down like this, my tummy just come forward as if I'm pregnant. But today, I think I'm better than before. But I still have a goal of where I'm going. So concerning my sleep, I discovered that now I sleep naturally without any drug. I sleep naturally without any drug, unless I want to sleep. Even in the afternoon, if I sleep 2 hours in the afternoon, it will not disturb me from having 6 or 7 hours in the night. Now, so I sleep very well without taking any drugs, without taking anything. Now, I sleep without it, unless I have something bothering me. That's when I'm sleeping. Even if I have something bothering me, immediately I put my mind off, I will sleep back again. So I sleep very, very well now without any medications. And concerning my BP, before my BP normally go to 140, 90, 140. By today now, my BP is at times 110, 65, at times 108. So I was placed on amlodipine. You placed on amlodipine, Dr. Makinde. So amlodipine I used to take 10 milligram before. I've reduced to 2.5 milligram now. Why? Because my BP is becoming. So I don't have, unlike before that, every day I was anxious to take my BP, but now every 3 days I discovered that my BP is constant. There was a day I forgot to take my drug for 2 days, my BP drugs. I was afraid. Immediately I took it, I discovered that was just 125 or 82. So my BP is, at least my BP is okay. I can sleep normally. I don't have to fear of anything. Even before, I can't do without a month without taking any malaria drugs. But I can tell you that for the past 6 months, I've not taken any malaria. I've not taken any malaria drug. Each time I feel that I'm having a bitter taste, what I've just do, I've just take water and give myself some rest and sleep. Before I know it, it will disappear. So I think I'm trying to put my immune system is coming back. It's better than before. Like before that, every month I must take malaria drug, Lunars, or any of these drugs. But today I don't even, I'm not even a regular customer again to any of this pharmaceutical shop. So I'm working more. I've stopped taking sugar. Even tea, I don't take even what they call it, honey regularly again, because I take tea at times without sugar. Even oats, every morning I take oats in the morning, like before that I must go to all these tasty sensation and buy snacks and everything. I don't take, once I take oats in the morning like this without sugar, without any, I just take it naturally. Once I take it like this, before I eat, it will be in the afternoon. And anytime I eat in the afternoon, that's all for the day. Except I want to take vegetable, so when I get home. So I've stopped all this junk food because I'm a lover of junk food. I'm a lover of snacks. I'm a lover, but how I stop it, I don't know. Last 6 months, I can tell you that I've not taken it more than 2 or 3 times. Unlike before, that I must take donuts, I must take meat pie, beef roll, and with Coke or Sprite. If I don't take with Coke, I must take with tea, with sugar and honey. But today I don't do all such. Even all the coffee, everything in my locker is rusting away. So I don't take them. I don't take even water. I don't take cold water. I take water at room temperature. Except I know that maybe I have what a urge for it. Occasionally I take it, but I can tell you that for a week or 2 weeks I may not take any cold drinks, but I take water at normal temperature. So that's what I can say for now. Thank you so much.
Wow, can you join me to put your hands together for Mr. Biodun Gbadebo? Please just give him a hand. I don't know whether you want to do it if there's a way you can do it in the background there. Wow.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to hear your story. Even though we were in it together, but hearing it from you, it's like it's new again.
You made it possible by God's grace.
We thank God for that. And I really want to commend you for being consistent with the lifestyle recommendations, because you had a choice, but you made that choice and you sustained it. I want to say welcome again to everyone who just joined us. This is Lifestyle Champions International, and we're having a maiden edition of a Boost Your Confidence session for the year 2021. And we're just listening to our guest. Our guest is Biodun Gbadebo, and he gave us a brief about himself just now. He's a human resource manager. He's an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, and is also a member of the Church Administration Society of Nigeria, and is now the executive head of the support group in Christ Livingstone Apostolic Ministry. So he has a lot on his hands. He's a professional to the core, even though he's a pastor. But it's really heartwarming to hear his story. So you've heard it all. I'm sure some of us will have questions. It would be good if you could just raise your hand. If you have a question, raise your hand, and we'll allow you to unmute yourself and ask your question. Is there something interesting about what he just shared with us? I tried to put in a little summary of some of the things he was sharing. So do we have anyone that wants to make a comment, or someone who wants to ask a question? I would like to see your hand, please. Anyone? Any questions for our guests as regards how he made some of those changes? Any curiosities about some of the changes he has made? I would want to ask you, sir. You said you were sleeping for about 2 to 3 hours at night before. So how many hours do you sleep now as compared to that time?
Minimum I sleep for 6 hours now.
Okay. So you have actually doubled or more than doubled the
minimum of 6 hours. At times I sleep for 8 hours, 9 hours, if I have the time.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can imagine someone who struggled to even sleep 2 or 3 hours, or who didn't sleep at all. Suddenly he found himself sleeping 6 hours without the use of any medication. He said at the beginning that he was using Lexotan.
Yes.
That's really awesome, because during sleep, a lot of repair occurs. So if we don't sleep at night when we're supposed to sleep, then our body will not be able to repair itself. So I'm really glad that your body can make those changes. And that's why you've seen a lot of changes also in your body structure, so to speak. A lot of people have problems with late night meals because they get back late from work, especially if they are working in a busy city in like Lagos, where you have a lot of traffic, and you now get home and you take a late night meal at 9 or 10 o'clock, and almost immediately you're trying to go to bed. At the end of the day, what happens is that your body doesn't burn those calories, and it can lead to indigestion, and it can lead to poor sleep. And also poor sleep or inadequate sleep or sleep deprivation has been linked with several other illnesses and diseases. So I'm really glad that you're able to get better sleep, or what we call restorative sleep. I have a question here. It says, what was the biggest challenge to making these lifestyle changes? That's coming from Mr. Kolade or Dr. Kolade. He's asking, what was the biggest challenge?
Time, especially the area of exercise, because most times I have a resumption time, but I don't have a closing time. So I just try to make sure that anytime I get home, I will make sure that I do the exercise. Because for the 3 months course I did under your instruction, you really follow me up, and that can really help me. It's after 3 months, that thing becomes an habit that I have to follow. Like what I said during the Christmas period and New Year's, I told that I was a little bit relaxed, but later I pick up most of the things it's time. Another thing is indiscipline. You know, when you're used to when you're especially that when you get home, that was at times I may get home, they might have prepared a delicious meal to eat. So I have to make up my mind because I know that I want change in my life, my lifestyle. I made up my mind why I can't afford to be suffering while I'm still alive. Since I have since all these things has to do with my lifestyle, I know that the best thing for me is to do is to close my eyes to some things, and God help my determination. God help my determination. Well, those are the time is one of the things, and also in discipline. So I have to discipline myself. I have to be determined. I have also to be focused that this I want to achieve, and this is where I'm going. Because I live in an estate where I have people also doing exercise. You see them when you see them in the evening, you see them in the morning doing all those things. Some people at 60, 70, they're still doing these things. So myself, I'm just 40s. What all is stopping me from doing this? If I was challenged by old people in my estate, about over 70, some close to 80, do exercise.
Wow.
So those things really what challenge me. So, and I know that I want to live healthy at my old age. So all those things what challenge. I know that the way I take up myself, that's the way I will meet it in future. So that's what really challenged me. And God really used you to do what? To monitor me and also to help me to put my feet on ground. So most times my wife will complain that you are not eating anything in the morning. You are not. I say, just give me vegetable and let me eat and sleep. I will sleep. At times I break the rule, but I just try to make sure that what most times I keep saying to the what to the rules so that I can have. So I'm getting the effects of all these things. So I don't take drugs like before. Before I can take like about 80 or 90 blends, but now I only take my even multivitamin product. I don't take them again because why? I make sure that what I take my food regularly, vegetables, and I try to do my exercise. Once I take my BP drugs in the morning, that is all. I don't take any other drugs again. Why? Because I've taken a lot of drugs that I should have taken in the next 20 years. In the next 20 years, few days ago. So I try to minimize the toxic item that I want to take into my system. So and God has been helping me.
I want to congratulate you, sir, for these achievements. These are very, very laudable achievements. When we make health goals and we're able to live up to those goals, we should actually celebrate it. Because many of us, we have many other goals that we make from day to day, from month to month and year to year. We have company goals, we have aspirations, career goals and all that. But how many of us really have health goals? But I want to believe that this year, you would write down what your health goals for 2021 are. That's referring to all lifestyle champions in the house. I believe that you can change what your tomorrow will be when it comes to your health. And I wrote an article about that just over the weekend for those of you who have access to the article. And it just tells you that whatever you do today, even though it might be painful in a way, but that the pain of today can actually be the strength of tomorrow. So there was a comment he made. He said one of the most difficult things for him was being able to go off carbonated drinks. You know, someone who has been used to taking Coke, Fanta, meat pie, donuts, you're used to taking that on a regular basis. Those things are actually addictive. There is a way in which you want to just keep on taking it. Want to take a bottle of carbonated drink, the taste, makes you crave for another drink. So I've seen quite a number of people who, once they removed soft drinks or all those pet drinks from their diet, they lost weight, by a lot of kilograms. Sir, what's your weight now? You said you were about 100 and you lost about 10 kg.
Okay. Yes, I'm yet to measure the weight again. So I will do it this week.
Okay, but you know that you lost about 10 kg.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure you would have even lost more than that. And that's really commendable, sir. So I don't know whether we have other questions. Let me check the chat box. Okay. Do we have any? Okay, we have someone saying, big congratulations. Please keep it up. Well done, sir. Those are comments, very encouraging.
Thank you.
Do we have any other comments? Does anybody want to add to what has been said? This meeting is usually a very informal meeting. We look forward to hearing from other people.
Okay.
So he shared his story. Is there anyone that wants to just butt in something? Okay, I have a comment from someone here. I was 95 kg. I got to 70 kg within a year. Stopped all pop drinks. Wow. A round of applause and no white rice. So it does work. It does work. Even though I don't know who this is. iPhone, it would have been good for us to know your name so we can call your name. Or you want to say something? Unmute yourself. Okay, Bimbo. Oh, Bimbo, that's you. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. So it is possible. It is possible. Is there anyone who wants to take a decision today? You want to make up your mind that within the next 12 months or so, you want to lose some weight, you want to set a health priority? Do you want to share that with us? Is there anyone like that? Okay, we have someone saying good testimonies. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions for him? We're going to be logging out very soon. Okay, I was going to the gym too. Yes. But you know, the interesting thing is you can do your exercise even without going to the gym. Because some people might not have, they might feel they don't want to pay a subscription for the gym, or they don't have time for the gym. Some of what has helped me on some days is as I'm getting home, I start my walk. And I know that if I come into the house, I want to start doing something, I get distracted and I think there's no time. But I spend those 30 minutes doing my evening work, enjoying myself, enjoying nature before coming in to do other things. So it's just about setting priorities. Okay, she's also saying that she needed motivation. That's Bimbo said she needed motivation and seeing other people. Yes, you will get that going to the gym, definitely.
I just wanted to add something that I actually was attending the gym as well up until the lockdown last year. And I have to say that I lost more weight during the lockdown than when I was attending the gym, you know, because I always thought to myself that I always had to attend the gym, you know, to make any significant, you know, weight loss, you know, gains. So, but once the lockdown started, you know, and I had I couldn't go to the gym, I then had to look for other alternatives, you know, to exercising. So, and at that point in time, the government also put a restriction on exercise. They say you could go out for 1 hour a day to exercise. So I would go for a walk for an hour, but then that meant that, you know, that would be the end of it. So I looked online and there's so many YouTube videos now, you know, even for people who want to do 10,000 steps, there are videos for 10,000 steps where you can just stand, you know, in front of your iPad or your laptop, and the YouTube video is telling, you know, the person is doing all the steps, and it's not just matching in one spot, it's different, you know, cardio exercises. So I highly recommend that. There are different things I looked at, you know, there are some that are dance videos, cardio, strength exercises, so many different things that, you know, you can just follow the movements of the person, you know, and just build up your stamina from there, you know. So there are some that are like 20-minute video, and then you gradually build this up. So, you know, I have to say that, you know, at this, you know, in the technical world that we live in right now, there is no excuse not to exercise. So if it's too wet out, so now if it's snowing outside or it's cold outside, I really have an excuse not to exercise. Quite, I can stay in the house and exercise with those videos. So that's something that, you know, I would encourage people who can't go to the gym. Gym is very good, you know, but if you can't go to the gym, you know, then these are other alternatives that we can look at.
Thanks so much, Ore, for sharing that. She shared her weight loss story some months ago, and it's still up on our YouTube channel. You could log in and just listen to her story. But one of the things that I've discovered helps restorative sleep is physical activity, exercise, when you schedule exercise. And exercise is not jumping from bus to bus or, you know, going through a stressful day, trying to meet up with something and you think you're exercising. In fact, you're going to have cortisol released into your bloodstream, which will make you put on more weight. So sometimes we tend to confuse the true meaning of exercise. Exercise is planned, you know, it's planned activity. It could be gardening, it could be jogging, it could be brisk walking, it could be dancing, it could be aerobics, cardio in your room, just watching a video, just like Ore has shared. But when you jump from one place to the other, trying to meet up, catch up, oh, I'm late, you know, you're trying to meet up with all those things. They're not necessarily exercise, because at that time, you're pouring out cortisol. But at the same time also, your mindset is important, because the way you think about an event or whatever you are doing can determine whether you're going to release the stress hormone into your system or whether you're going to release the endorphins, which are the feel-good hormones, you know, that boosts your mood and make you feel better. So it's very important that you think about what you're doing. Normally, I tell people that stress is more about how you feel during the hours that you're working rather than the number of hours that you're working. So how do you feel about that activity? If you can change your mindset and decide that this is important, this will help me, this will be of extreme benefit for my health, this is going to help the person next to me, then you're not going to release the stress hormone at that time, because your body is programmed. There are so many signals, you know, being set off from your mindset and your emotions and your thoughts. So just to encourage you to always plan your activity, plan your exercises, and even if you have to go through something stressful, change your mindset towards that thing you're doing, and you're less likely to feel stressed. All right, we're gradually rounding up. It's usually a 1-hour program. And I have something in the chat box again. A lot of our diet is carbohydrate rich. We need to unlearn. Eating right is key. Follow the food guide by professionals. Yes. Thank you, Bimbo, for sharing that again. We need to cut down. I, for one, have cut down on my carbohydrate portions. Even if I have to take swallow, which is something that most of us in Nigerians, it's part of our diet. You don't have to take a big mound of fufu or eba, whatever it is. Whatever wrap I'm giving, I always reduce it by at least half. I just make up my mind that no, this is too much, I can't finish it. And I've discovered that by the time I take a few boluses and all that, I'm fine. Just take it with a lot of vegetables, drink water in between, take your ewedu and your okra, savour your food, eat mindfully, just like we shared during the last masterclass that we had. And you discover that you are full. We also have an article on food and emotions. If you haven't read it, please go to our blog and read about that. Sometimes we just feed our emotions and not necessarily the hunger pangs that we're having. So as we round up, before I call on Ore Kolade to give the vote of thanks, do we have any last minute comments? I want to say a warm welcome. I noticed that a few LCI members just joined us. even though we're about rounding up, but we're going to make sure we upload the video so that you can catch up with all that we've discussed. But thank you so much for joining this maiden edition of Boost Your Confidence for the year 2021. We listened to Biodun Gbadebo share his story, his personal lifestyle story, how he took up a challenge for about 3 months. And he's had a great, amazing difference in his life. He's not been ill in the last 6 months. He's not had to take any supplements or medication for malaria like he used to do frequently before. He was on medication for hypertension, 10 milligrams, but at a point we just had to bring it down to 2.5 milligrams because his blood pressure really dipped because he was exercising regularly. He cut out the pet drinks, the soft drinks that he was taking, the junk meals and all of that. So that has really made a difference. And we want to congratulate you, sir, for making that lifestyle choice. And we want to encourage you not to stop.
God help me.
So at this time, I'm going to call on Mrs. Orekolade to give the vote of thanks.
All right, thank you to everyone for joining us, particularly to Pastor Biodun for giving us that talk. We really appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who has joined us this evening. Thank you for your time. I always say that, you know, just the steps don't need to be big steps, just incremental steps, small steps at a time. And, you know, once you're able to achieve your initial goal, you then move on to the next one and to the next one and to the next one. And, you know, we are all ordinary people making these changes. There's nothing, you know, like, oh, these are supermen or superwomen making these changes. No, you know, everyone, you know, can make these changes, you know, God helping us. So thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again next time. Have a good evening wherever you are. God bless. You're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. So thanks everyone once again for coming. I would like to hear your voice before you log out. I can say
hello from Canada. Hi everyone.
From Canada. Thank you.
Yeah. Wish you all a wonderful and successful 2021. Hopefully it's a better year than the previous one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We all because we are still locked down. We're having school. The kids are going back in the next 5 minutes.
Everyone.
It's really hard, but
okay,
what can we do?
Thank you for coming, Ma.
Yes, good evening. Well done. Okay, well done.
Thank you, Ma.
Yes. We have to go back to class.
Okay. God bless you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Well done. Thanks for the session. Have a blessed weekend.
Dr. Abodudi, I can see you. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
We will be intimating you about other meetings,
Thanks.
during the year.
Great to learn about the steps I will take. Thank you.
We'll be uploading the video for people who joined later so that you'll be able to watch later. All right. God bless you. Thank you for coming.
Good night.
Okay, have a good night.
No.